Here we are. This is the new COVID karaoke. No such thing as COVID, no such thing as karaoke, no such What I really wanted to talk about way earlier today, but it was so intensely recognizing or seeing this that it was impossible to make a video about it. And then also the question of like, why do you have to like make a video of it? Like, why can't you just experience it? Which is also funny and part of it all, or the allness of it. But it was because, yeah, there is no because. It just was happening. And the why would you want to make it a video is because it's fucking mind-blowing and self-realizing and self-destruction and annihilation and what is seen and experienced from this moment on, or all moments on, is that it's always is that and has been that and will be that. And so you kind of want to share it with others because it can really bring such a relaxation and peace and a trust in what is. And when I was in that, because it's all that, but when I was in that height of the peak of it, I couldn't I'm just talking about today, because this has been going on for the last few days, and it's just ineffable. I wanted to say inevitable. I wanted to say, but it's ineffable. It's ineffable. It's so ephemeral, because it's a dream. It's all a dream. It's just a dream. And when you wake up to the fact that that's just a dream, all of it is, and never has been anything else. I mean, dream is not the right word for it, because we can't know what this is, but in our humanness experiencing of this, a dream is a beautiful metaphor, because if you go to sleep and you dream, and whether you wake up in your dream or not and realize you're dreaming, that's what this is. That's what is available to all of us. It's actually not like it's available. It just pops. It pops for you. It pops for you. It pops for you. And I think like people that have seen this and are talking about this in whatever ways they're talking about this is because they want not to advance and make, humanity, or to make it more peaceful, just because you see the sweetness and the love and the effortlessness of all this. So you want to share it with others who are in the dream, so they can do it like this, and they can feel it like this and experience it like this while they're in this form. So when you wake up in a dream, and it's not necessary, because you wake up from a dream regardless, right? But I mean, when you wake up in the dream, but either way, whether you wake up in the dream or you wake up, get out of sleep, like your night sleep or morning sleep or nap sleep, whatever it is, you realize it was just a dream. And then, but this is also, you're waking up into another dream. And when you wake up to this dream, you realize it's all a dream. It's all one. It's all fucking milagro. It's a fucking miracle. I mean, no, it's not like from the human point. When you realize this, those are words you can use for it. But it's always been that. It's never hasn't been that. So there are no words needed. So anyway, whatever's happening in the dream, let's just use an example that you don't know you're dreaming, and then you wake up, or you're having a horrible dream, like I've had many reoccurring, not exactly the same, but the same theme, where I'm like on this runaways, not even a runaway, I'm in some foreign country, and there's this train or this subway that I'm on, and I realize I have no phone, I have no money, I don't know where I am, I don't know where I'm going to, and there's this fucking panic. And in the dream, there's just this feeling of, when I don't know that I'm dreaming, there's this feeling that I hope this is a dream, I hope this is a dream. And sometimes, actually, in those kinds of dreams, most of the time I wake up and I'm like, thank God it's only a dream. And this is what's beautiful about this dream, is like, when you wake up like this, if you wake up like this, and even if you don't wake up like this, just take this as fucking truth, because it'll be much easier on you, on your apparent nervous system, apparent life, it really will, that it's just a dream. You know, to use language, it doesn't matter, it doesn't mean anything, but it's just beautiful. No, that's not even that. It's whatever it is. But when you wake up to this truth, it is beautiful, to use language, which is very limited to, because that's part of the dream. There's nothing that's not part of the dream. Even dreaming when you're asleep within the dream is still the dream. There's no separation. There's nothing that isn't it. So somebody struggling with listening to this message and thinking that you're crazy is also within the dream, and it's also true, or not true, because there is no, it's also part of the dream. And doesn't mean that the fact that you've awakened to the fact that what this is, and there are no others, regardless of whatever dream characters are challenging you, and you might want to prove this to be true, you might want to, only for the fact that the dream is love. The dream is nothing but love. It never has been. And to awaken to that, you want others to, maybe perhaps those are in your immediate dream, within the dream, turtles upon turtles upon turtles, to wake up to this, to see this. Because you don't wake up, you do, in the sense that you see it for what it is, and it's not a dream, it's nothing that we can put a word to, but it is seen for what it is. And you want them because you love them, but there is nothing but love. So regardless of if it's in the story of an individual or a situation, you want them to see this. Not because you need them to see this for you to be okay, but just because it's like, wow. So when you wake up in a dream, or when you're dreaming, and then you wake up and you're like, oh, thank God that was only a dream. This is this. So whatever is happening, however beautiful, however treacherous, however ugly it is, it's just a dream. It's not who you are. It's not who you will ever be. It doesn't lead to any outcome in the future or the past or the afterlife, because there's only this. So when you wake up in a dream and realize it's a dream, what do you do? What do you do? Well, first of all, it's not you doing it, because it's all oneness, so whatever. Anyway, but apart from that, you get joy. You're like, oh my God, I'm awake in my dream. I can do whatever I want. And nothing really matters. Nobody's being hurt. There is no separation because the dream is coming from the one source of no separation, right? Everything in that dream is coming from, when you don't know this or you don't believe in this, whatever, it doesn't matter. You think, whoa, that's just me dreaming. That's just me doing stuff, paying the bills, whatever. You know, when people hear this message for the first time, message is just a word for it because it's just what is life. But life is also a word. They like, okay, yeah, that's all fine and dandy, but who's going to pay the bills? And I was like, you have never paid a bill in your goddamn life. It's just what's been appearing and happening. And then you can let go. And I really do think, I know there is no me, so there's nothing that the me can do, but I really do feel that life, or not, that's also so, it sounds so tiny because it is, life is immense, but whatever this is can't be known. So it's even more infinite and immense and unwordable. But whatever this is, tends to, if this is popping for you, it tends to do that for you. Like, there is no you. It tends to just like make you awaken to this. For using language is so frustrating. And there's no need to talk about it because it is always this. It's also, even those that are suffering or those that are not aware, or it is also that there's no separation, so there is no exclusion of anything in this, in what the fuck is this? So when you wake up in the dream, which is what's happened here just by fucking luck, but there's no one person that woke up. I mean, there's still the character playing around and doing and literally playing now, because nothing is serious, nothing is I don't want to say real, because it's just like kids play, like kids playing in a sandbox on a playground with their toys or with each other. They're fucking full on, and they're, you know, they can have emotions and moments of pure joy and pure tragedy, but they know they're just playing. And even though that the moment is pure, every moment is pure regardless of what the moment is, and there is no moments. There's like this seamless thing of what So when you wake up in a dream, you realize I can do whatever I want, right? And recently I've been waking up in my dreams again. I used to do that, but I used to do it. Oh, and this is another thing I want to say. God, would I ever finish this thought off about waking up in your dreams? Maybe, maybe not. I used to, and I forgot what I was going to say about that. Oh, a few years ago, when I stumbled into non-duality, and non-duality, by the way, is, and it's just how it is appearing in this dream, but the closest thing, or the most clearest pointer, piercing pointer, pop in the fucking bubble of what this is, which, and it doesn't claim to know what it is. And so that's why I use that, the non-duality. So I stumbled onto this, there is no life, word. Anyway, I'm gonna try not to sound too crazy, and I don't have any control of whatever you perceive me to sound like. But I thought I had awakened. I thought I had seen this for what it is. But what the difference was, because most people can't grasp this. Most people can't. And some don't want to, but it lands in their lap, or some are searching for it. That there is no separate individual anywhere. There never was, there never has been. It's all one. So how can there be that? So to hear this message and to accept it as like, oh, that sounds good, but to actually experience it as they're two different chapters, but it's already a closer chapter to at least resonate with this message, or for lack of a better word, than to like think you're fucking crazy when you hear this, or somebody hears this and they think this person's out of touch with everything, and it's actually the total opposite. The moon is beautiful tonight. What happened here was that I thought I grasped it, but it happened to the character, to the separate individual. So the separate individual had another, or the ultimate realization that, oh, okay, it's all one, but it was still from the program of separation. And what happened, not like really recently, is that the bubble popped, and I thought, I realized, but the eye, whatever, wakened to itself that, oh. And the stories still play out as they do, or appear as they do, and things are said and done, but there's no attachment to any of it anyway. So when you wake up in a dream, which happened like recently after the bubble popped for me, I had a dream that the dream became really stressful, and then the character was wondering about, is this a dream, is this not a dream, and like maybe it's real, and maybe this is gonna hurt me, or this is important, and then it was a beautiful storyline, like they all are, and then in the dream I realized it was a dream. And so I was in this kind of kiosk, to use a European term, I don't even know what other term to use for it, at a train station, and I realized that it's just a dream, and I jumped on the counter, like I did this impossible thing with my body, because you're not the body, and the body is also part of the dream, so all kinds of funky shit can happen with it. And then I started screaming to all the people like eating and the workers there, and I was like, it's all a dream, you guys, you can all relax, you've never done anything, you will do anything, it's all just happening. And nobody heard me. It was so weird, because I was a little bit scared of doing that, because I thought like they might lock me up and throw me in whatever, and that's happened before too in my story. But anyway, and then it wasn't. I said, fuck it. First of all, I'm not doing it. Second of all, it's a beautiful story, or moments appearing. And I just was like laughingly stunned about the fact that these people were eating their ramen, and just like nobody heard me, saw me. It was invisible, and I realized that's part of the wholeness. When something pops and is expressing this, it doesn't want to be heard in a lot of places, in most places, because it sounds like, within the dream, within the way it's playing out, and this is all part of it. There's nothing that's not part of it. That's like, no, that's I cannot hear or see that or know that. But when it does pop for you, dream characters like myself speaking about it can only greet you, see you, and love you, and it's never not loved, but as a separate, the illusion of the separateness. So, on that note, I will sign off for this evening, sending lots of even love, enjoyment, whatever is happening in the dream. It's all of it. It's all of it. There's no separation. And again, dream is just a word for it. It can never not be this. It's always been this. And what this is unknowable. But the knowing that of the unknowable is like a wake up to it. And it's still just happening like it always has been. It never has not been this. Whatever this is. I love yous. Hasta la próxima.